ended. Just 2 and Too Easy Gaming again winning off the 9th round. Oh wait, no, it's actually Random5 who win it, I believe. Yeah, but wow, I think that alone, it's gonna carry Random5 all the way through.
I think
series.
so as well.
You have to be broken if you're Too Easy Gaming.
Yeah, that has got to be like one of the. I don't know if I'm Too Easy Gaming, I would just be submitting defeat. I would just be like, yeah, I can't beat simple. I can't beat a team of. I can't beat a team that has simple in it, man.
Yeah, it's well, all right. Let's move on. Let's focus up. Let's move on. Well, new map. Hopefully it's a new Too Easy Gaming because that wasn't really the best performance on that old map pick, remember? So Too Easy Gaming suddenly backs against the wall, but Random5 now they'll be reveling and they know they've got their opponents right where they want them. Starting out on the CD side means they can take a lot of initiatives as well. Too Easy Gaming have to bring the fight to them. Let's see how the pistol plans out. They have a set plan. I think it's gonna be smoke for jungle and smoke for the jungle cross and a smoke for stairs. Either that or for top connector as well. And then they're just gonna try to push all the way in towards CT. At least that's what I believe. Yeah, Dizzy will have to fall back and play retake, and that's what they're doing. But just getting deleted across the board. You have a plan, but it's just getting shattered into pieces. The strat book getting torn into shreds by Random5. It's now too easy.
I guess one thing that they could not account for is the fact that the CT player was just insane at this point of time. And Random5 didn't even sweat at all, getting themselves that kills and just the end of the round of Too Easy Gaming. Like, yes, they have the strategy, yes, they have a plan in mind, but unfortunately, the failure of getting a CT smoke has got to be the biggest downfall of that very specific execute. But for now, I'm pretty sure that they will be very wary of whoever's going to be playing on CT, considering that there is a level of consistency from the side of Random5.
Yeah, just Deagles now for Too Easy Gaming, and you have to still be broken. There's no way that you ever forget about in this game. I don't think we look for it across the weekend as well. But well, Random5, off the back of that, continue the momentum they've been able to, just grab for themselves. Right, but right now, Too Easy Gaming, they have at least taken mid control. YYUIOP getting tagged down with the scout, so he's gonna have to play a lot more passively. Maybe even pass over the M4 to his teammate, but Lenny up in the connector. Ooh, gets blinded by his teammates there. Dizzy not doing his teammates any help there, but Dizzy, Dream, in fact, from the window will be there to trade, and Random5 just collapsing on the mid prong of the attack. SK Wow has snuck out onto A, but I think Random5 they should be aware of the possibility, right? But the fact is, SK Wow has slipped all the way to CT. And that's when it can be a little bit surprising. Exo Blaze with the first shot, he's second on Formless, and they spotted out there in that triple. Now they know where the last remaining players are. They should be able to ice into duels on the remaining teams. Dreamies using the deagle itself, the M4 and the wall back onto SK Wow. Just style points on top of it as well, and Formless finish things off. 2-0 for Random5, Too Easy Gaming, the force not paying dividends. And now they will have to go down to just pistols yet again.
Even got in pretty good amount of economy for themselves in some sense, as they still have 2 M4s up to their name, while Too Easy Gaming, they don't really have anything to work with against this full buy round that Random5 has. No utilities, and the only thing that they have is just working and praying for the Deagles to land. But we're talking about SK Wow after all. SK Wow has always been miraculous and really nutty on his Deagles, but perhaps Lenny is gonna be the next one that will be nutty, as Dreamy takes 3 while Lenny takes 2. This tag team combo between Lenny as well as Dreamy has got to be one of the toughest walls that Too Easy Gaming has got to show. So Too Easy Gaming, they're gonna have to find a way to break through this duel. Otherwise, they may have to try out something a little bit different, such as banking all in onto a fast push onto beer parts. But perhaps maybe the fast push on beer parts may not be the best idea, but just kind of think of something to kind of work on picking out Random5 players one at a time.
And the thing as well is on the map of Mirage is a very important combination. Flash! Team Flash! Dreamy is holding the spray, 3 headshots, and Too Easy Gaming. That is no. not like that, not like that. Gaming, YYUIOP with the mop-up. That's gonna be 4 on the board for Random5. Again, absolutely destroying the first buy round for Too Easy Gaming. Just about to say, it's a very important combination, right? Dreamy and Lenny up in towards middle, because they're gonna be responsible for the part of the map, and they have to decide when to play together, when to give it up. But that it wasn't even the fact that they were joining forces together. Too Easy Gaming destroying themselves from within. The team flash allowing Dreamy to just help themselves to 3 simple frags, right? Of course, in the moment you panic a little bit, but end of the day, if you replay that clip, you realize this was as easy as you like for Dreamy. This was probably one of the easiest spray downs you would get in a buy round.
Don't even have to go for any forms of transfer. At this point in time, it's really just recoil control as everyone was just lined up perfectly for Dreamy. But Paradox is in a pretty good position right under Nest. Did manage to get himself a single kill down onto YYUIOP, marching right past off this catwalk. Spawn Too Easy gets himself a nice little AK for himself to probably save, but maybe not save actually. Axel Blaze and SK Wow, they are still alive, no doubt about it. They still they have a sliver of health to work with, but these 5-man stack from Too Easy Gaming can definitely make Dream work.
Yeah, Formless now holding his own with this B side, and Cavalry has arrived. So despite having a 5-on-3 advantage and retrieving the AK as you mentioned, Too Easy Gaming unable to convert, but right, it was just a deagle, so we need not get our hopes and expectations up too high for that round. But this is where, again, we talk about the importance of buy rounds. This is where Too Easy Gaming, they need to stick the landing. They need to find an opener, and they need to have a plan to close it out. Because otherwise, Random5 are going to start walking all over you. Now they've got the momentum. Now they've got the combination going for them. And they've got, I'm sure, the mood in TeamSpeak now, if you contrast them, it's going to be 2 completely different worlds. And look at the confidence. Lenny just pushing through off his own flash, able to find 1, but trade though will tend to favor the teams, because now they've got 2 sides to decide. Busy with the re-aggression, will be able to find Spawn Too Easy, and this is the giveaway there. It's going to be a default round for Too Easy Gaming, catching the player out in Palace. So Dreamy in a little bit of a pickle, but he wants to stay in the nest. Yeah, it's better. Oh, jumping down! Excuse me? He finds the kill as well? What?
At this point of time, Too Easy Gaming, they're kind of playing in a way whereby they are all in their own world, while Random5 is just picking up all the pieces and making full use of the fact that Too Easy Gaming, they're pretty much in shambles and they're crumbling down under their own pressure, and there's really not much that they can do. So in 1v1 scenario, yeah, perhaps Too Easy Gaming may be able to come up on top of it, but they have to really wish for that kind of scenario to unfold, because without a doubt, Too Easy Gaming, the individualistic aspects of marksmanship is pretty much in play. But when it comes to teamwork, right now is getting, in some sense, being crumbled down, like I said before. So they just need 1 good round, just 1 good round to lift up the morales, 1 good round to be able to mix it up and break off the momentum that Random5 has.
How do you lift up the morale? Just how, right? Ever since
the simple play,
nothing's kind of gone for them, right? Even when they've managed to find openers, even when things seem to be,
in line
a little bit well for them, and then all of a sudden a small mistake or something that you cannot account for at all. That play from Dreamy, that's a play that only Dreamy will make, right? Like it's not one that I don't think even Dizzy or even Lenny would have the guts to go for that, right? And Dreamy, it's a little bit of an X factor, right? This sort of play, it's not just the fact that it's ridiculous, but the fact that he is able to get a kill out of it. Too Easy Gaming, that's, you can't. There's no way you prepare for that, but at the same time, it's ridiculous that it ends up working, and it's ridiculous that he even has a thought of going for it in the first place. At Too Easy Gaming, what do you decide to do? Right, they haven't used the timeout, so it's just been technical pauses, it seems. But I guess you're taking 2 minutes just to calm everything down. I think that would actually work really well for them. Maybe a faster round might do the work. Right, but if they continue just playing for themselves, by themselves, I don't think it's gonna be too effective.
They kind of did try to go for a fast round, just so that they managed to sabotage themselves down mid, and perhaps wrong time wrong time to do the wrong thing, I suppose. But I really hope that 2EZ Gaming will be able to climb themselves right back out for this game, because this is rough to this is pretty rough to look at. This is gonna be relatively tough for them to climb back out of, especially since that they are in Eco as well. SK Wow, the Eco Master, the one with the hand cannon that always lands his shots, is apparently dead now.
Ooh.
But Paradox may be taking that title for now, as he did manage to get a really nice shot down onto our man Simple here, while YYU IOP holds down this fort inside of Nests.
Yeah, Random5 is prepared to give a B for the retake, right? Knowing that, okay, your opponents have got an M4, but it shouldn't be anything too much home to write about. Dreamy, holding
Out?
market.
I think he missed out.
Yeah.
Omkaro.
But the bomb's gonna... The sound of there's gonna be an audible sound cue, right? This is where the sharks are starting together. Look at the minimap. They're approaching from all the different angles. 3, 1 from market, 1 from short, and a couple from the apartments as well. But ooh, still very doable for Omkar. 1 versus 2 with the deagle. Ooh, 1v1 now, Dizzy.
Oh, could have ended pretty well for the side of 2EZ Gaming, not gonna lie. But unfortunately, there was just a little bit too much things going on for the side of 2EZ Gaming to get a fresh understanding of where everyone else is. But regardless, 2EZ Gaming, despite being on an eco round and despite not having SK Wow to kind of pop off the heads of the members of Random5, they did pretty darn good job of eliminating most of the Random5 members by making things, well, you know, a little bit more painful for their wallet.
This is approaching prime time though for Random5. I think, you know, for a lot of, you know, the players, right? I think more often than not they'd be playing round about this timing, right? Because this is gamer time when it approaches midnight for Singaporeans. 2EZ Gaming is still slightly earlier at the moment, but you can see just a lot of aggression and a lot of, you know, confidence. But it's not just, you know, kind of. It's not raw aggression coming from Random5, right? The thing is, they seem to have some form of coordination, some form of planning involved as well, right? Of course, it's planned made on the fly, but you can see Random5, the players, they're just so aware of the different possibilities and the different positions which your opponents can be in, and really...
He's prepared, man.
Yeah.
He's 100% prepared.
As well.
Not too sure what Drink was trying to do over there, but regardless of that fact, DZ did manage to come in and support him, despite him being completely dead and down to the ground, slowly sinking right in. But we are now in the 9th round. 2EZ Gaming have yet to get a single point for themselves. What do you think, Gobbles? What is something that 2EZ Gaming should try? What have they tried and what have they not?
Well, one thing they haven't tried is fast execute, which they're doing right now. 3 players out from Palace, so you just be the flashes over. Just, you know, praying that you catch someone off guard and you get the hits of fuel you want. But Lenny playing retake on side, good for 2. Is such a solid anchor for this Random5 gaming. You can't do anything. Dizzy jumping through stairs and Dreamy as well. Just straight up peeking Random5. This... Unfortunately, when your opponents are like that, sometimes when your opponents are just feeling it's really difficult to stop, right? I mean, you know, what can you do? You're throwing everything at the problem. You tried slower rounds, now you try a fast one. You try to just throw pure bodies at the problem, but still not the solution. What do you do for 2EZ Gaming? And if you're Random5, I think, you know, a little bit of luck as well, right? Sometimes, you know, you have to make the decision, right? Lenny choosing to play retake. And, you know, just so happens that he was in the best position possible because the flashes didn't blind him at all. Right? A bit of luck, but, you know, sometimes you reap what you sow. Random5 right now is quite immaculate. But 2EZ Gaming have managed to find the opening advantage for what could be the first time this game. What's important now is that they don't give it up. DC missing a shot now. 5 on 3. Like comes in, Exo Blaze. Makes it a 5 on 2.
Good. That's good.
Starting to look really good. Formless, they know where one player is and they know where the second is as well. So now they've got the A side for free. Finally, a round on the board, and Omkar is hitting 9 the save as well. So yeah, first round for 2EZ Gaming took them quite a while, but they finally arrived in the server. So Random5 carrying what was it? I think a run of about 12, 13 rounds carrying over from Dust 2. It's finally been halted by Too Easy Gaming. It's not too late just yet.
It's the first of the many. Too Easy Gaming, they are finally getting themselves with a really nice and flawless win in the previous one. Hopefully that they'll be able to kind of replicate what they did there, grab a little bit of the elements that managed to help them secure that very win itself, and try and hope for something nice over here. While Formless went straight into T's loop, gets himself one, while D finds himself one again. With 2 men down from Too Easy Gaming, that has got to be a harsh slap of reality from Random5. Like, Random5 is just going all around, just like, you guys won the previous round, but let me tell you what Random5 is made of.
Yeah, let us just remind you that we are 9 rounds, we are up 9 rounds.
This is a harsh reminder. This is really a harsh reminder. With Paradox as well as Omkar being the last 2 remaining, it is going to be 2 versus 4. Without a doubt, Paradox and Omkar, they are strong individuals, but I really hope that they will be able to band... Never mind. Really hoping that they will be able to band together and be able to outsmart and outwit the members of Random5 and kind of work with something to, you know, get things nice and fun.
You ever have that matchmaking game that kind of goes similar to what we're seeing at the moment? I'm sure we've definitely both had it, right? Whatever you do just doesn't seem to work out, and yes, you may be able to get 1 round, but immediately off the back of that you lose it, and then you're thinking, right? So we won 1. At the end of the day, what did we gain? We lost the next one immediately. And Too Easy Gaming, well, nothing's really working out. So try to make it look like an AX sweep, but look, Random5, they're playing with actual plays, will find the opener on Formless.
They're not
and
buying
the rest
it.
Of the team. Yeah.
It's kind of sad. Too Easy Gaming trying to go for a fake, one of the many, or rather one of the only fakes that they have done so far in this entire map of Mirage, and yet Random5 is not buying the very fact that Too Easy Gaming is actually going for A. They're not buying it. And plus, all of the members from Too Easy Gaming, they decided to plunge and just waterfall down onto B. They did manage to get themselves a nice spot on the side with the C4 drop down, and then we the last man remaining trying to go for the spray transfer over to Paradox. Did not work out. But the most important thing is that Too Easy Gaming, they managed to get the win, despite their plans being completely foiled.
Yeah, maybe the rotates were a little bit slower, and you could see YYUIOP, he was a little bit jittery on the B side as well, right? Trying to use his utility. I think he expected the B play to come, but Too Easy Gaming just hitting that timing window 2 seconds before YYUIOP could be ready for it. Then that's then the second, and SK, wow, aggressive. Standing in the flames and fighting, and gets rewarded for it. A lot of bravery as Lenny hits the deck. But you can see the money's not too good. Formless and Dizzy down to Mac 10 and Deagle respectively. So Too Easy Gaming, I think they should have a sensing as well. The rounds haven't been too clean from Random5. Yes, they've been dominant, but it's dominant in a different sense, right? It's not that all the players are staying alive. It's the fact that they're just balls out and just willing to fight. Now the B hit comes in once again. Dizzy as well as Formless. So the 2 inferior weaponry playing on the side. A third has arrived from Dreamy. Too Easy, a little bit afraid.
Things are pugging up for Random5. With 4 of their members remaining, they need to find something out on the side of Too Easy Gaming. Unfortunately, Formless getting popped right in the head by Axel Blaze. I mean, even if they were to lose this round, I don't think that they will be too upset about it, understandably, since they have already breached through that 2-digit mark. They should be pretty happy for achieving such a massive lead in the first half. But understandably, if they want to go for more of the lead, they will still want to go for that. So let's see, wow, wielding on to that AWP, gets one down onto Dizzy. Dreamy gets one on to Spawn Too Easy as well. This last 2 players, will they be able to get all 4 members of Too Easy Gaming down? With the C4 timer clocking down, it is not gonna be easy after all. 1 from Tetris, 1-for-1 trade, made that a 1-for-2 trade. As Too Easy Gaming, they were literally all around A side, and it's not gonna give Random5 a run for their money.
So, kind of similar to what we saw at the end of the first half on Dust 2, right? Random5 begin to tail off just a little bit, then they give Too Easy Gaming a bit of hope. Just a bit, and give them a path back into the game. But 2EZ Gaming, credit where it's due, right? They've done their work, and now they've finally broken the economy. Going in for a B rush, Random5 should be defenseless against this impending hit. Oh, but it's using underpass paradox. Oh, Dizzy.
Oh.
Let's go for it. Dizzy, yeah, let's go.
It was a quick shoulder pick from the side of Paradox, but he just could not get away from how fast that Zeus would be. All in all, oh, now that stuck the landing. YYUIOP with a really nasty shot down onto SK Wow is gonna be left with 4v3. Luckily for DZ, he does have an AK for himself and tossed it right over to Dreamy, as he does have Kevlar to work with. Enters into the side. Unfortunately, wasn't able to do quite much, as Spawn 2EZ is going to be the next one that he has to encounter. One end apartment, Spawn 2EZ gets the one on the Dreamy, as there's two angles for him to watch.
Well, I mean, the economic damage done by Random5 is not going to mean too much, right? Because ultimately this is already the last round of the half. So, yeah, Dizzy, the Zeus gets a bit of cheer for Random5, but now they've kind of dropped the ball just a little bit. Of course, they're in a very comfortable position, but don't want to, start celebrating prematurely, right? 2EZ Gaming now looking to speed things up once again towards this A site. Flash is being thrown by mid-aggression coming out from Random5 again. Bomblet has been so effective, and Random5, they've constantly done this, but 2EZ Gaming, they've just never had the response to it. So once again, another opening frag in favor of the CTs. And now they can just sit back
and relax and
enjoy.
With 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock, Lenny the anchor is just holding down onto A, although he's not alone. But they should be waiting
as well. Yeah, that's why his teammates are with him. Because Formless is all the way behind already. 2EZ Gaming, there's no way to get out of this.
A little bit too slow from the side of 2EZ Gaming. I really hope that they start to go for an execute soon. Molotov right onto Stans. None of them is pushing out just yet. They're still hovering around on the Tetris. The one that's gonna be on platform has now been shut down. Formless comes in from behind, gets himself 1, 2, 3, and Random5 manages to take round number 15 by the scruff of the neck of 2EZ Gaming and ending it off with 11-4. The slow plays from 2EZ Gaming, well, it did not work out for them. Slow games is a no. Fast games is a no. And I suppose that they have to kind of go for a little bit of a mid-range kind of tactics for 2EZ Gaming, but no more strategy for them as the terrorists. Now it is all about being on the CT.
Yeah, so now they have to react to whatever Random5 throw at them. It can be a lot tougher as well, right? But let's see. If the communication's on point, everything's still possible. Random5, I think, is going to be a standard smoke for the top of connector. We should see what the plan is, because they've got to play a deagle for Dreamy out into its middle, dropped over by his teammates as well. Lenny, you can see the massive team player that he is, dropping it over, and Dreamy is, his youth, he's put it to waste. Oh dear. But, well, the rest of the attack is going to come on in for Random5. They will get the bomb down. And the player out in underpass is going to be YYUIOP. Will be able to flank in late. All 5 players from CT though, so Random5, they have the advantage because of the position they have, but the 2EZ Gaming throwing bodies at the problem again, dropping like flies.
DC!
Both players whiffing, but DC comes out on top, and just like that, 2EZ Gaming, despite getting the kill onto the deagle out into its middle, Random5 say, alright, that was the player that we designed to die anyway. So the rest of us, let's just step it up now. Let's just win the pistol and let's just put this game away. Clean as you like.
The snap of a finger. Random5 will be able to get themselves with a nice scoreline of 13-4, because understandably, that is what we are expecting. Losing out the first pistol round and the subsequent round is pretty much imminent. So 2EZ Gaming, they will have a massive lead in front of them to catch up on too. And being on the CT side, I think that they should be able to pull out some kind of miracle. I really want to see a little bit of a dark horse action coming out over here. I really do want to see that really nice comeback gaming and putting us into a game in Nuke. Nuke is nice for, well, the players to play. I personally love to play Nuke, but as a caster, my god, I hate that map.
I love that map either way. you can see the different teams and different takes on it, but seems unlikely you're going to get it today, unfortunately. We might still get it later on in the tournament. Yeah, Random5, I think, I do hope they pick it, of course, but, well, they're showing us why they pick Mirage, because, well, it's just been quite a stroll in the park, right?
It's a different ball game right now.
Yeah.
As compared to the previous.
It's been anything but easy for 2EZ Gaming, it has to be said. And, well, formless. Little banter with his teammate trying to block the top mid smoke, but unfortunately that it doesn't affect it too much at all. Lenny with the Nova. See him put it to good use, jumping up into the window. Welcome to the jungle, my friend. Lenny says thank you, good night, bye bye. You're getting kills on the A side as well. Random5 taking both A and B, and the last player, then he's gonna sweep it up, I think. Yeah.
Easy. 8, 16, 24. Easy $2,400 into the bank for Lenny. He can just one shot get a friend of his a really nice op into the game. And now we're looking at another pause. Random5, they're just playing aggressively. Honestly, they're just playing aggressively all around the clock, and they are not too afraid of repercussions. And so far, whenever they try to go for the aggression, 2EZ Gaming, they don't necessarily shut them down for that very reason. Thus, that promotes Random5 to do what they have always been doing. And in fact, in a few previous rounds, whereby I said about the fact that 2EZ Gaming were slow on the execute, as said by one of nice viewers over on the side of Twitch, the execute was actually done in 1 minute. So I apologize. It wasn't a slow execute. It's just the very fact that Random5, they are just way too aggressive.
Yeah, continuing with the pace change now, the B rush will get melted down by 2EZ Gaming. So yeah, Random5 trying to change up the pace, showing us that they've had a little bit of practice as well. Given that, you do have to learn the nades and coordinate who's throwing which grenade. Maybe they took the time out for that, not too sure, but falls flat on its face. And 2EZ Gaming, they ecoed for this third round, and despite having a lack of utility, Random5, they chose to disrespect that fact, right? Opting to go fast either way. They just run into the meat grinder on B, but at this point, I think,
I don't think they care at all.
Yeah,
they just want to get that round done and dusted, and then go to a round that actually have like proper utilities and guns.
Well, do have the AKs out now, and Op's been taken down pretty low, but oh, YYUIOP with the opener onto a short, and Exo plays. They're already up into connector. Look at the pace from Random5, leaving the bomb in spawn. They just won the frags. Dizzy though will follow. Random5 a little bit too careless, and that's probably gonna cost them the round. 2EZ Gaming, still giving the game a bit of respect it deserves. Exo plays though, has the plus. Oh, they hear him.
Oh, definitely
yeah, Lenny. Jumps up as well. Ooh, SK, wow. 1 versus 2 is not all that undoable for Dreamy.
With an AWP, by the way. Gets himself out of Palace. Heads down over to Shadow. Not much information is given. The only thing that he knows is that there's a single man at the side of CT, and thus most of his attention is going to be right onto short, jungle, or perhaps CT. Yeah. But his rotation is a little bit different from what I was expecting, as he gets himself into nest.
And knowing Dreamy, he's probably going to walk through market if he could. I reckon he does that, although he thinks better of it. He's going to retreat back towards Ace. 30 seconds left on the clock. He does have the bomb in his back.
He's playing it very, very cautiously.
Full set of utility as well. Anything would give away his position, and yeah, it's going to give it away now. Now pick your poison, Dreamy, because you're about to set yourself up for 1 versus 2.
Bold. I think he's gonna be playing a little bit bold. No, he can't. With a low amount of HP, he decides to just get himself inside of Ninja instead.
So the bomb's not planted for him, but that could be...
That could be a bait, then.
Yeah, that could be a bait. 2EZ Gaming, time's ticking low.
Of all places!
Yeah, doing his due diligence and checking it, and the fact that Dreamy was low as well was a bit difficult. Maybe Dreamy wanted to isolate the duel, maybe could have done that, but always easier to say in hindsight, right? He selected the play, didn't work out, but yes, well, I mean, it's not going to mean too much in the grand scheme of things unless 2EZ Gaming do manage to churn out a couple of rounds of their own after this. But I guess, yeah, Dreamy, a bit of an odd choice, but, well, 13-6 still. And, well, Random5, only the Deagles and the Mac 10 on Lenny this round, so possibly 7th for 2EZ Gaming, so keeping the scoreline respectable still, but it's gonna be a Palace drop, right? 3 players out there disrespecting the smoke. It's go time buddies, and Axel Blaze has a lot on his plate, but he's got teammates in support, and this will be a straightforward grind, all things considered. And the bomb will go down, so additional $800 in the bank. Dreamy baiting his team. Wow. Gets the AK.
They're not sticking it? Oh no, they are sticking it. It's just gonna be the final showdown as SK Wild lands that final op shot. With 2 oppers on the side of 2EZ Gaming, it does seem like they are definitely getting themselves on a roll. I mean, understandably, on the CT side, they are having a lot more fun. For Random5, they have been doing what they have been always doing. I mean, going on to fast games, fast runs, waterfalls, and so far it didn't quite work out for them that well, especially for the previous one. Once they drop down, they immediately get mowed down by 2EZ Gaming, and thus I think that they would want to play it a little bit more cautiously, as this time they brought the C4 with them, they went over to apartments, perhaps played a little bit slower, and go for a little bit of a split push, trying to get themselves some peaks, such as what Lenny is doing right now.
Yeah, that's a huge opener to find, because that's going to draw the rotates over to force them to cheat over towards this A side. And he was an AWP as well, so spawn too easy. Well, they were finding a little of momentum, but seems to have been stifled with that opening kill from Lenny. But it's a more defaulty round from Random5. YYUIOP all out on his lonesome in the middle, but no resistance at all. So this is forced Random5 to kind of go back into its middle, right? Because you don't want to be running into any sort of gambles, any sort of stacks. So wanting to be very, very intentional with the way how the round plans out. So now the B split will come on in. YYUIOP jumps through a player in the arches. Will be hard cleared. SK Wild, the AWP will find Formless. Late lurk from Lenny, but oh, the attack's getting split apart. Oh no, Dizzy needs to make his way back. Oh, Lenny though, the flank is gonna trap the players in market now even. Oh my god.
You're gonna have to stick the shots. The shots gotta have to connect though. But they did manage to do what they wanted to do, I suppose. Or maybe they just had a last minute change of ideas. They tried to go for the B split. They did invest quite a lot in that. But unfortunately, 2EZ Gaming, they foiled their plans, and instead Random5 decided to go for a contingency plan, and that is to go for a quick little U-turn. And because of the fact that Lenny has such a great backstab position, he could, in some sense, reclaim the entirety of A. And now DZ being all by himself, the bomb is indeed planted for him. And
it's stuck. Yeah, Dizzy kicking himself with that one. 2EZ Gaming, what's this been, about 4 or 5 rounds in a row now for 2EZ Gaming, and this is despite losing the opening duel. Right, Spawn 2EZ getting taken out by Lenny on that A side at the start of the round, and 2EZ Gaming still able to win it out. So Random5, this is where still a bit early, I suppose, but 5 rounds as opposed to what the 9-round lead that they had earlier on. It's starting to close, and you want to win a round as soon as possible to just alleviate all the potential worries that you have on the start of Random5. So yeah, now with all 5 AKs, I think they're gonna give this. They're gonna give another crack at just winning the game here and now, because the economy for 2EZ Gaming is still not the best. You can see Paradox, Axel Blaze, and Spawn 2EZ don't have any sort of residual cash after this one. So if they lose it, it's probably game over. But if they win it, then the comeback's very much on.
Random5, I don't think that they have been doing anything different though. I mean, most of the time, they're just losing out in duels. 2EZ Gaming, they're just connecting their nice little shots. In Random5, they just couldn't contest over the positions that 2EZ Gaming have set up for themselves. There's one over there, Guy Wowie over there as well. But Lenny, as well as YYULP, opened it up, tried to go for the equalizing factor. Dreamy realizes that Axel Blaze firing down his gun, he gotta have to do something about him, or else it is gonna end up as a beat. YYULP goes for the wide swing right onto the fort and manages to get himself another 2 kills. And that is 14-8. The worst case scenario has now been, well, is now here. Too Easy Gaming, they don't have any economy to work with this very crucial round.
Yeah, this is the all-in, right? Lose this and you're basically out, right? What you're talking about, 1900 loss bonus, heading into round number 24 if they do lose this. So it's suddenly up against it. Random5, they know they've got the economy of Too Easy Gaming right where it hurts, and they kick it fast. Exo Blaze will spot out the cross, but at the same time means that a lot of map control has been taken. Jumping into the nest, Exo Blaze loud on the rotate, but still a player in nest denying it. Oh. Pushing forward on Carol has the player's back turn. Lenny, no covering fire from his teammates, and a second as well. 5v3 now, and the AUG doing a lot of work. Spawn Too Easy, catching Dizzy out, a little bit careless with his reload. Too loud, and again Mac's turn. Random5 dropping the ball a little bit.
Who would have thought that Random5 to be choking like that? It's no longer Random5, it's a random choke coming from them. 14-9, they lost out in that very round that is supposed to be a gift over to Random5. 14-9. The comeback is imminent. We can definitely see a comeback coming in from Too Easy Gaming. They are now back on track. They are landing their shots and they are making pretty much the right choices. CT side is a lot of a better deal for them.
Having a bit of gumption as well now, right? That you can see just, daring to stick around in the middle, but we'll hold that thought for now because it's fast B-speed coming in from Random5. Smoke will not deny Lenny at all. Players dropping onto B already, Dizzy with the entry, and B side's been compromised. Dreamy now with another onto SK. Wow, they're locked out of the site. Too Easy Gaming, there's no way to recover. Dreamy even pushing the smoke will pay for it. But 2-on-3, Exo Blaze though deletes Lenny. 2-on-2.
Trying to go for a little fake. Dreamy tried to, but I don't know why it did that. They did have the C4, but yet he wanted to go on to the aggressive, but it's not too heavily punished, right? Remember how I said about the fact that Random5 tries to go for aggressive plays, but yet they're not punished? That is something that should be going to the side of Too Easy Gaming, because once Too Easy Gaming actually, if Too Easy Gaming actually win in the previous round, then Random5 would probably learn and understand that, yeah, we can't just willy-nilly run in and do absolutely nothing and just kind of throw their fundamentals out of the window. Because that's kind of what Random5 has been doing. They're pugging it out onto Too Easy Gaming, and even in the previous round, it is very apparent. So they're only winning in some sense because of great marksmanship, like really, really phenomenal marksmanship as compared to Too Easy Gaming's marksmanship. So it's gonna take some time before Too Easy Gaming is able to overcome Random5 and their randomness through a phenomenal teamwork.
Yeah, the money's completely gone for Too Easy Gaming. Previous round, we saw they still had at least 2 AUGs to play with. Now they've only got Scout and FAMAS as the best weaponry. P90 out for Lenny. I think they're going to be sending him and Formulas in for the entry duels just to put in the final nail in the coffin. Again, a B-split likely. No, Lenny drops in towards the connector, making very fast inroads, but he will fall. The P90 unable to use any rewards, but Omka, another.
A free AK.
Yeah, free AK, but the players are out B. And if they find the site, it's very difficult to retake because that's exactly what has happened. Still pushing all the way into the market. Dizzy headshots on Too Easy. Lead the A player. But that's a 2-on-2.
For such a scuff by, Too Easy Gaming still managed to get themselves in such a play! Where Spawn Too Easy manages to clutch out the situation, getting himself a single kill with a P90 followed by a nice double shot of the Deagle right onto the belly of, well, I can't remember the last person, I think it was YUIOP. So, either way, Random Choke is now in a tough spot. They are, well, they're only up by 5 points. Too Easy Gaming, they do have a decent amount of economy onto their hands. Utility is pretty decent as well, but on the other side, Random5, well, is almost equal with an MP5 SD to work with for Formulas. A small little hint of aggression. I mean, they've always been aggressive, so what am I saying?
The P90 will find the opener towards Lenny, so this was the weapon that Lenny himself bought, by the way, so it's getting paid back. Karma at its finest as Gaming now starting to get a bit more momentum because they will
Oh.
get away another round. And yeah, Random5, this is starting to get a little bit twitchy because the money's been broken, and now you might just steal a little bit as well. Lenny, the P90, he loses it, gives it
Full
over
eco,
to
very
2easy
likely.
Gaming. Yeah, it's gonna be full eco. Just a couple of pistols, but you know we saw the B split work with just pistols a couple of rounds earlier as well. So still, win is on the cards for Random5, and they are the first team to reach map point, right? So they have the advantage of kind of, you know, being allowed to make mistakes, I guess. But SK WoW now starting to hit his shots, pretty easy ones, all things considered. But yeah, this should be a pretty comfortable round unless 2easy Gaming decide to overextend. Ooh.
Great frag from the side of Paradox. 2 men already down from Random5. They definitely do not hold a candle against the full deck team that 2easy Gaming is putting right out. Formless tries to take himself right smack in the center of mid, only for him to be completely foiled out by a random pusher right into mid. For ULP and Dreamy, the last 2 members remaining, they tried to go for a little bit of aggression into B apartments, and Dreamy, the last man remaining, completely missed out. Exoblaze, okay.
Well, gets a kill nonetheless, so
Eagle did not connect.
eco frags for 2easy Gaming. A couple of players being allowed to pad their stats up just a little bit more, but
They
now
still need to go for
Mm-hmm.
they're still gonna buy it out here. It's gonna be extremely crucial for Random5 to get this game in the bag now. If they do not get this, then we are gonna be looking at their next try at 15-14.
Yeah, and you know, I guess from their point of view as well, right? You know, of course, you know, the tournament will resume over the weekend, right? So it's not a case whereby you can deliberately play longer matches. You want to get it over as soon as possible. So Random5, maybe this is where they take it a little bit more seriously now. And oh, okay, nope. And just as I say that,
Okay.
Dreamy, I think Dreamy's hurt me.
Immediately just proving you wrong at the very second. And SK WoW, it gets himself that nice cannon into the face of Dreamy, exactly what he deserves. And now, in handicap that Random5 has, Dreamy is now down for the count. 4 AK against a pretty decked out 2easy Gaming. Not to forget, it is a double op setup from 2easy Gaming as well. But it does seem like the overwhelming factor that a Random5 is coming in with through apartments is gonna be pretty tough for them to handle. And for now, Lenny, TZ, and Formless, they have to find themselves some form. Omkar is now down for the count too, as he bites the dust. 3v3. This is what truly matters for Random5.
Bombs ticking down, players unable to make their way out of market, but they do manage to find Lenny. Dizzy though with the trade onto SK WoW. This position, it's so difficult to clear, and Dizzy is gonna win this fight all day long. 2 versus 1, Exoblaze down to the 1v1 now. Time's ticking. Formless, he knows all he has to do is just play the time, and yeah, he's gonna finish with the final frag. Random5 taking away map number 2, their own map pick of Mirage 16-12, and that will be them wrapping things up in a rather quick 2-0 fashion in the end, not requiring the third map of Nuke. But well, 2easy Gaming, they certainly gave them a run for the money, and again, very similar to what we saw between Wicked Gaming and Huatsai, right? Just being able to come back a little bit in the middle of the map, especially on Mirage, right? String a couple of rounds together, but just not quite there. Random5, the lead that they had at the start proved too much to surmount for 2easy Gaming in the end.
Congratulations over to the side of Random5 as they managed to